shuffle my way safely to this seat. And I'll tell you, there are some days where the heel is high and really, really stiletto-y, and the skirt at the bottom is like Morticia-ish. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, like, walk. You have to teeter. Anyway. Jeez, I made it. Thank you. So Abby Lee was sentenced. I know. It's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing for it to actually happen. I mean, I didn't mean it. But she was sentenced to 366 days. I think the extra day was just a, try to file bankruptcy, will you? Some sort of bankruptcy fraud or something like that she did. And, she will also have to pay money to the court system or to the people of the country, a $40,000 fine and also a $120,000 judgment. She leaves for prison, okay? Then after she gets out of prison, she's going to be on probation for 2 years. And she will reportedly report to prison in 45 days. In the meantime, she got that gastric sleeve, which hasn't kicked in yet, because, we have some... What's the fun? She got the sleeve, but we've seen recent pictures of her, like, actually in motion, and it looks like it hasn't kicked in yet. It hasn't kicked in yet. But believe me, 366 days, she's going to come out thin as a pin. Now, she faced up to 5 years in prison. She'll probably only do 9 months of this 366. If she's nice to everyone and obeys prison laws. Well, look, she sat down with ABC, another show that I missed. I did not see this. She sat down recently with ABC. This morning?
Good Morning America.
Oh, this happened this morning?
Just aired.
Oh, I was busy then.
Yeah. Right.
Getting ready for my own situation over here. All right. Well, she sat down with Good Morning America after the ruling, and take a look.
But the headlines say that you tried to hide the $755,000.
I know. I don't want to hear that number anymore because...
Just a yes or no. You were not trying to hide that.
Not intentionally, no.
How do you plan on spending your days?
Reading, and I want to learn to speak Spanish, and I'm already working on a new book. I have spent so much time and so much energy making other people's children stars.
Hey, you love those kids.
I do.
She doesn't seem remorseful, does she? She seems actually in good spirits. Well, I don't mind that. She's still going to do her time. She'll learn her language. She'll lose her weight. She'll come out. She says that the one regret that she has, though, is that she should have never filed for bankruptcy. See? Never filed. Not, I did criminal stuff, and I regret this. No, Abby. It was also pointed out in my Hot Topics meeting, I think by me, that, a lot of times... Well, as a mom, and a wife and stuff, when you have a family, sometimes the court system or even your job takes advantage of singledom. You know what I mean? Like, you're the single one, so you could work on Christmas Eve while everybody else is at home. You know what I'm talking about. You're the single one. You can go to jail and whatnot. And I know Teresa spent 11 months in prison, but Teresa could have done a whole lot more time. But she trotted that cute family around and the woo, woo, woo. And they went easier on her because of that. In the meantime, Abby, the one thing that you should have also said that you regretted is putting any of this stuff on TV. Because remember, she got her behind in a sling because of this bankruptcy fraud. So she goes to court, but the court, the judge has no idea, who Abby is at that time, but has a little bit of time on his or her hand. I don't know whether it's a man or woman judge. Once they get home, decided to, let me check her out, and found out who Abby exactly is and said, no, wait a minute. no, we're going to take this seriously. This woman is on TV doing what and what and what. In the meantime, she brought how much money in cash from Australia? Doesn't she know the $10,000 rule? Oh, Abby. It was carelessness on your part, but I got an idea for you, Abby. Okay. And it involves work. On TV. See, Cheryl Burke, cute girl, not right to host Dance Moms. Now, all of a sudden, it's going to become a different show. I think that when people watch Dance Moms, they become used to a very, very strict Abby, screaming and yelling at the girls. Two of the women who she fist, two of the moms, remember the fist fighting episode? They showed up at court to watch the judge throw the book at her. Okay? So, exactly. But here's the deal, Abby. Little girls will always be dancing. I'm so glad I don't have a little girl. I mean, only because they're always dancing and toe tapping. With boys, you just kind of slow the car down and they do a tuck and roll and go off to practice. With girls, you gotta comb their hair and stuff. Anyway, Abby, when you come out, Cheryl Burke, first of all, to me, Cheryl Burke is just a holding place until Abby gets out. When Abby gets out, she wants her job back. Who else are you going to get to host the show? We like mean. Do you know what I mean? You're used to mean from Abby, not nice and sweet from the lovely Cheryl Burke. Well, the show will be there waiting for you, Abby, and certainly I can lead the campaign. If you'd like. Another person that has shared too much of herself on reality TV and is now out of a job, Phaedra. Now, we talked about this. Yep, we talked about it. So, you know, she was caught lying on the fourth part of the reunion, and they ended up firing her. I told you that yesterday on Hot Topics. But she is blaming. Please. I thought it was foolish that they fired her. What, are you serious? I'll tell it to you why. Because when Kim Zolciak gets back and Nene gets back and everybody is forced to have to film with Phaedra, you know, imagine how interesting that TV would be, right, Norman?
Right, glued.
Glued. So I think, you know, they fired Phaedra, but in my mind, she'll be back in, she'll be back. But she's blaming the lying thing on the way producers edited. Oh, please, that's what they all say. In the meantime, Phaedra says that she told the producers that, you know, Candy, the drug and rape and the Porsche and the whole mess. Phaedra says that she told producers her and Candy tried to drug and rape. That's what she's claiming.
Yes, well, she says the producers told her that lie.
The producers told her that?
Yeah.
Well, didn't she go to law school?
Right. Right.
I mean, you have to figure, you know, you have to figure that there's a certain amount of smarts that Phaedra does have regarding, you know, her law degree and the businesses or whatever she's doing. I'm shocked that she fell for the 52 fake out. I don't believe it. I think that Phaedra is backpedaling, and yup, she lied, and we caught her. Even the producers, they say, oh, you know what? Let's go on to the next story. I really don't care. I really don't care. She'll be back in conclusion. And she also says that the thing about the law, she'll probably go back and you know, practice law, only nobody's going. Who's going to go? I wouldn't let her defend me with a jaywalking ticket at this particular point. Phaedra. Do we have the footage of the guy who's trying to throw her under the bus? Yeah. He's our kind of people. Just, you know, there's a guy who used to work at a fancy firm. Anyway, he now makes it known that he is a whistleblower. And he filed an official grievance with the state of Georgia to get Phaedra disbarred. Oh, he's all up in. Take a look at what he told TMZ.
Ms. Park's conduct by falsely accusing Candy and Todd of rape, kidnapping, and drugs is beyond the pale. And the second is it exemplifies what's wrong with the entire Real Housewives franchise. To me, it is fairly obvious that she's in violation of Rules 4.1 and 4.4 of the Georgia Standards of Professional Conduct.
He is all involved. Okay, I guess he makes a point. But whether she loses her license or not, she still's got nobody who's going to show up to the practice. Say, this American Idol thing, I really, I say it for you, because when it was on, you watched so much. They're making a comeback. I already told you that. Ryan Seacrest is going to be the host. I already told you that part. But their first choice now, here's something new. For judges, Kelly Clarkson. I think she could probably do it. But, Kelly was a judge in one of the seasons, and people said, like at a finale or something like that. They said that she did a pretty good job, so she's going to come back. What I don't like is that they're going to fill the judges' table so far, from what I'm hearing. They're looking to fill it with former Idol contestants. Nope. There's only one former Idol contestant that I would love to be a judge, only because he's not doing anything right now, and he's shady boots. And that would be Clay Aiken. Yep. Clay knows how to read. Clay will tell you something about yourself. He ran for congressman or governor or something like that and lost Congress and lost. So he's not doing anything now. I think Clay would be great.